Just want to let you know that if you're still here, you should be 17 years or older because this is the After the Show, and it is not regulated by anything but just our own common decency. So we can talk about anything we want.
We are the FCC up in this bitch.
Yes, that's right. We're the only sheriff in town now. And I can see some of the things Jaybird sent me to talk about today. Like straight guys are definitely having sex in prison, the nipple orgasm, and do girls name their vagina. So just some of the things coming up today, just to let you know.
Gay for the stay. We've heard that.
Well, I have a fascinating story, and this person is swearing by these numbers about what happens in prison and what really goes down. And I'm wondering how accurate and how true it is, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. If people that have gotten out of prison that are straight, I would love to hear their perspective.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously never been in prison. I have no idea, but I can tell you just being a straight dude, and I'd imagine that this would go both ways, but I can't imagine ever being so lonely or just whatever. I mean, I would just rub it out. I'm like going, I mean, why would I ever be like, I mean, because I think the way that you're wired, if you're gay or if you're...
He served about, I think, 18 years in prison.
What's his name?
I'm not going to say that.
Oh.
But he told, the brother was telling me that he said that 90% of the straight guys that go into prison that have a long sentence will, without a doubt, have sex with another guy because of loneliness. And he said that his brother, it took him about 1.5 years to almost 2 years, where the loneliness was so much, he ended up having sex with a guy there.
Is long sentence a code word for big dick?
Long sentence.
Direct quote.
I'm going to give you a long sentence, Ralston. You're going to like it.
No thanks.
Direct quote was 90% of the straight guys within 3 years will suck their first D. That was what they said.
Well, but are you doing it because I want to do it, or are you doing it in a sense for survival or for favors or for something else? There's other motivation other than just saying,
this wasn't rape, this wasn't anything.
I want to pass the time.
No, this was because of loneliness and because of hopelessness that he said.
Okay, so let's take this argument, because I think there's other motives as to why straight guys are doing gay sex acts in prison. If you and I were like, let's say we're just locked up in an apartment, we got food, whatever, but we have no interaction with the rest of the world. In 3 years from now, I don't see us, like, we're not going to start fucking and sucking.
I think it's different, though. It's different.
I don't think it is different because you have different motives in prison to do the fucking and sucking. You see what I'm saying, Virginia?
Yes, because somebody is basically threatening you.
Yeah,
or it's how you get protection.
Or it's how you get to a different status in prison with everything else that goes with it. If it's just two guys, you aren't just going to naturally turn gay after a certain amount of time.
I completely hear you, and I agree with you. That's why I wanted to bring it up. But he said 90%, and I even asked, was it because of a power thing, or you're running the joint? He was like, no, man, loneliness and hopelessness. You don't think you're ever getting out. You have physical feelings that you need to, carnal feelings. And he goes, depression. Well, what would make you do things you normally would not do?
And you just want the touch of anybody. I imagine it would be very difficult to never be touched.
And I'm not saying, you're in prison for 1 year, but people that have a long sentence, they're saying that's where the hopelessness would come in.
Long sentence.
Long sentence. And you don't think 3 years we would do anything with each other?
No, not sexually, no.
I agree. I just want to see your perspective.
No, I mean, unless something accidentally happened, like, I don't know.
You accidentally blew me?
Yeah.
He accidentally
I thought I was eating a hot dog.
Tripped.
He's like, whoops.
Yeah, whoops.
Vienna sausage. This is great.
Now that I'm
so
here,
weird.
it's so
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
But I didn't believe it either, and I wanted to see anybody else in the listening audience that's been to prison. Was that their perspective too? 90% seems really high.
What's your age cap, or how long you been in there? When would you start actually sucking it?
I wouldn't. I could do.
But that's what he said. He goes,
I
every guy says
I could do
he
a
would.
life sentence. And again, I wouldn't if it were loneliness is my motivation, or I'm just like, what the heck? If it were like I needed it because I could get into a certain clique or a certain group and get protections, or I could get things.
Right.
Then, yeah, if I were faced with that and I'm like, I'm never getting out anyway, so this is my reality and this is currency, this is prison currency, sexual favors, then that motivation might change my mind. But no, for loneliness, no.
If me and you were in prison together and we shared a cell, and you got wind that there was like 6 or 7 guys that wanted to make me into their bitch boy and do horrible, horrible things. And it was going to be pretty torturous for me my entire stay.
Yeah.
They said it all can go away if Ralston right there just sucks us off one time. 7 dudes, do you do it?
If I can save you by sucking off 7 dudes?
Yeah, it's a one-time thing, and they're going to leave us alone forever. If not, I have a whole sentence of horribleness.
You have a whole sentence of whole sentence.
Exactly.
I
You
mean,
protect me.
That's probably the kind of stuff where you're like going, yeah, dang it, you know?
Too bad for you.
That's what I'm asking. Do you protect your boy? Damn, that silence says it all.
I'd be like, let me sit in my cell and think about this for a while.
Dude, I'm going to be in the cell with you. I'm going to be talking it
I know,
over.
just don't talk to me.
Stop talking, please.
I need to think.
You want to transfer?
Well, I'm going to run through every other option to get out of this thing.
No, they're like,
The
nah.
last thing, no, I know.
Fresh fish? No, he's done.
I'm going to be like,
Fresh
I got to
fish.
figure out a way to outsmart these guys.
Okay, I don't hate your plan. It's just not
And
going to
if
work.
it's saving you, why aren't you sucking the dick? That's my first question.
Because they like you.
It's just a mouth.
No. They like the whole thing. They want Bronk. They like Bronk.
Well, am I getting ass raped too, or am I just getting sucking dick?
The first one's just the sucking.
The first one? Oh, okay. If they say the first one, then I'm like going, take them.
It's a gateway suck.
Yeah, no. If that's just opening the door, and it's always like, poor Japers, dude, you really got to help me out, man.
Okay, maybe just a one-time
There's
thing.
only a train of 100 guys in line.
A one-time thing. You don't do it to save my life.
Let me think about it. I said because I want to think about it. I got to sort these things out.
Wow.
You know the Bronk, he's a thoughtful man.
I'm a thoughtful man. I like to sit and
He's
think.
a processor.
I am.
Denny's?
Don't process too long, because while you're thinking it over, he's getting ass fucked.
Fresh fish gonna die.
He can take it for a while.
Denny's?
After the 5th dude, I'd be like, maybe I need to step in.
I'd probably suck dick to keep you alive because I need
Thank
somebody
you.
to keep my back, watch my back up in there.
Okay.
And then I would try to arrange another deal that was similar, except for flipped. So he can,
Are you gonna turn it on me?
I'll be like, dude, this guy will suck your dick, man. Hook us up
He's
with some
selling
cigarettes.
them. He's pimping.
Denny's is my
He's
bitch.
got,
cigarettes.
he's got small teeth.
Damn, dude, you both are cold. I ain't no
small
friends up
teeth.
in this place.
Kevin's teeth are too big.
They
You
are.
don't want that guy's teeth on your dick.
That's how I negotiate it.
You want a
I
small
would.
tooth
I'd be like,
bitch.
I'd be like, I would have graphs and everything. Be like, here's the teeth. It's like, yeah.
Do tooth diameter.
I'd be
you
like,
have
and
a-
my front teeth have bonding, which is known to be more resilient than just regular. Yeah, I would have all these kind of like reasons why. Yeah.
It's good to know where you stand in a man's life.
Want small teeth, porpoise teeth.
and dolphin teeth.
What if it is a factor?
I don't know. I thought it was an interesting topic, so I brought it in.
It certainly is.
Yeah, if they had a list of like 5 signs of a prison bitch, like what would it be? Like I assume it's demeanor and it's the way you carry yourself, size your muscles, that kind of stuff.
When we were watching that 60 Days In, they weren't, horribly going after people, but you saw kind of how they size people up. If
Yeah.
you acted kind of weird
Yeah.
and kept to yourself, and you're right, if you kind of carried yourself like a bitch,
Yeah.
they would hone in on you.
I would work out so much if I were in prison. That's all I would do.
Oh, they'd love
I would
that.
just eat.
That's what they do.
I would eat, sleep, and work out, and that would be just to protect
Yeah,
myself.
keep that body nice and tight.
Yeah, you
Eat,
want
sleep,
you want to try
work out.
something, motherfucker?
I'm fresh
I got
fish.
big teeth and muscles.
Yeah, no, I'm fat, got a small D. I'm done.
That'd be tough. Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's just the fear of prison that's ever kept me in line.
No
I
kidding.
would not do well. I can't even imagine. Like some people are so cavalier about it, they don't care. Like, oh well.
If I knew I was going to like a hardcore prison for
Oh, my
10 years,
gosh.
I would be crying so hard all the time.
All the time.
Can't believe it.
All the time. Be a nightmare. Something else you gave me here too. The nipple orgasm. There's a technique that you can give yourself to get the big O or give to somebody else. It's all called nipple play.
Yeah, there's a website. There's like things you can do. I guess for some people, nipples are way super sensitive.
Kevin's are.
Well, some people, I think it's different for some people. I think some people like it. Other people are like, no, and they're irritated
Yeah.
by it.
And I've had surgery, so I'm not that sensitive.
But I'm talking sensitive in a sexual way, where like you'll nick the nipple and they're like, oh my god, like, that's their thing.
Yeah, I think it really just depends upon how sensitive your nipples are.
Yeah, if you've got a sensitive nipple and somebody rubs it,
It's one of those erogenous zones for some people.
we know.
Some people, yeah.
For some people, I love a little nipple play. That's just me.
Denny's,
I am not a nipple guy.
rub his nipples.
Oh,
None
dude,
of you
it's
like
so pointy.
None of you like your nipples.
I'm okay with it. Yeah, I do like it.
You like a good little lick.
Denny's, go lick his nipple.
Why do I feel like we're
How does
getting back
this
into the
feel?
prison talk?
Fresh fish, go get him.
He's got sharp teeth, man.
No, big teeth. He's not a shark.
He's got sharp nipples.
Yeah, you got sharp nipples. I'm gonna cut my finger on
Kevin's
that.
nipples are pointier than mine for
They are,
sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You lead
that,
the
that-
league.
That may let you know. I wonder if you've got like those loose, flabby nipples. You ever seen the ones that are just like there's not a lot of shape to them and just like.
Tired.
Yeah. I wonder if that's a sign because mine are a little bit more sensitive. Mine are like pow, ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, can you actually look at someone's nipple and tell whether or not they've got a sensitive, stimulated nipple? Because I have a feeling the ones that just, I don't know, kind of look like you never take like yogurt on a spoon, just like let it drop out and it lands, and like that's how the
like a
nipple looks.
splotch.
Whose
It's like
nipple-
a splotch.
Whose nipples are you talking about? What are you talking about? My nipples?
No, why do you think I'd be talking about your nipples? Are
Do you feel a little loose in the teeth?
Let me see your nipple. What's it
Yeah.
look
Oh,
like?
come on, I
No,
wanna
come
check.
on.
Yogurt
I wanna-
dip?
I want to see what it looks like.
Show
I don't know
us.
if
Show us.
Does he no, yours are fine. Yours
They're a
don't look
little
like that at all.
misshapen.
Denny's, flick it.
All right.
Can, like, so I guess what I'm saying is if you have someone stimulating your nipples, can you feel it at the bottom of your feet?
I don't know if they do a good enough job, if they connect it. Yeah, I mean, it's all nerve endings, and they're all some way, one way or another, connected.
Do you and Denny's have matching shirts, or did you steal his shirt?
No, we have matching
We have matching
shirts.
shirts.
Okay,
we try
all
to
right.
not coordinate
That's
them.
not gay.
He tries not to coordinate. I love,
I find out he's
I love
wearing it.
wearing the same outfit as my friend.
You guys are basically a couple.
Oh, I know.
I love that shirt, by the way. though.
Well, I think we're a year away from common law.
Yeah, they say that men can actually have nipple orgasms too, not
That's
just
so
women.
weird.
Yeah.
But that's my question. Can you? Because I was trying to read the article is very lengthy. Can somebody just bat a nipple and then they have an orgasm?
No, I think there's something that goes to it, and a lot of it, even for guys, it's saying here is pretty much the same thing as women. That a lot of having an orgasm is in your mind, and stimulation is in your mind. Your mind has got to be right. Like if you're completely angry or whatever, and you got your mind on something else, stimulation is just going to roll right off your back, and you're not going to feel it. You have to be open minded. You have to kind of get yourself there. There are different things, and stimulation involves everything from all the different senses. I mean, if you-
Preheating the oven.
yeah, if you do it right, I mean, the sense of smell and touch and taste and everything else all goes into it. And if you do it all right, yeah, then you start then tweaking somebody's nipple in the right way. They say there's like 800 nerve endings in the nipple. So you get those things dancing, and oh, yeah, you can do it.
Those who can't do, teach.
You're talking about Kevin not getting any nipple action.
Yeah, I held a class on it. It'd be great. I just can't find anybody to do it on.
Professor's in the house.
Yeah.
Hey, when's the last time you got a little nipple? I'm just talking nipple action. Just straight up nipple action.
Myself or someone else?
You and some nipple.
'Cause I tweak my nips all the time. I'm like, yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
How
Oh,
are the
yeah.
Queen's nipples doing? I haven't seen her nipples since Cannon was born. Did she breastfeed Cannon? Because that will ruin a nipple. But I did see them prior to
I can't
Cannon.
remember. I don't think she did. I don't know. No,
You
I
don't
think they're
know if
doing
your
fine.
wife breastfed?
I'm trying to remember. It's been 9 years now. So, yeah, I don't remember. If she did, it wasn't long. Like it
Okay.
might have been maybe a week or two because we went to formula pretty quick, I think, on all the kids.
You get on the Queen's nips ever?
That's what I was asking. I'm saying, when's
She's
the
not,
last time?
she's not a person, yeah. I've been with the girls that did like it, and she's not one of those people that's like a big fan of it. It doesn't do much for
Because
her.
as a guy, sometimes you don't know. You're like, does a chick even like? I mean, you don't seem
Yeah.
like you would even be into that.
You got to talk to him
In fact, I
about
think the
it.
queen
yeah.
scolded me first time. I was like going, hey, how you like this? Stop it.
Well, tune in
Quit
Tokyo.
tweaking.
Tune in Tokyo.
I was like, all right, okay, all right. I guess you don't like that, huh?
Damn, it sucks.
Yeah. You're getting shamed. You're like, all right,
My man just wants like a little tit. That's all.
Aw.
I'm just going to go in the corner and jerk off. Good.
Damn. It's cold. Go by that bush in your yard with all the prickers on it.
The bougainvillea.
And do what?
It's just, I don't know.
Stare at some bush.
Jerk off on the bush.
Jerk off
What?
on bush.
No, do not. Yeah.
I kind of like the conversation where it's going. These topics are morphing into some good
Where are we
shit.
going to?
I think your neighbors were mad before.
Starting to like some kind of LSD dream. Like,
It's Friday, man.
what is going on?
Every Friday we
What?
get like this.
Get daffy.
I think I had too much coffee.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hold that cup up. Look how much coffee she's been drinking the entire.
Plus the cubes are coffee.
The cubes are she
Cubes to coffee. It's a wonderful idea, but I don't normally drink coffee.
she hasn't stopped all fucking morning. Oh my gosh.
It's been really wound up today.
I have. I'm sorry.
And there's this couple that Denny's knows that calls the woman's vagina the putty buddy.
Putty buddy. Yeah.
Putty
The guy's
buddy.
thing is a pud.
And
And it's the buddy for the putty.
Okay.
Got it.
very good for shit.
It's arguably one of the weirder names I've heard for the vagina.
Yeah, do most girls do couples give names to their private? Like I'm talking about for the girl.
Yes.
What's yours?
So in our house, you know my staples. I've told you. The beaver, the
Yeah.
beeve.
But what I'm saying is that does Panda give you a personal name for it? Because they're talking about almost like, yeah, that's our our putty buddy. They both call it that.
It's either the beeve or the clam.
It's very
But
old
does he
school.
say that in like a sexual way? Like, give me some clam, you know? I think that sounds awful.
Clam bake
Done.
this
Oh,
weekend.
baby, I want to have a nice romantic night with you and the beaver.
Chowder time.
Stop it.
Go with the New England, not the Manhattan.
Oh, always.
Oh, gosh, it's so foul.
That's so foul.
That's so foul.
Unless you're looking for your Red Wings, then dive in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
gosh.
you need to stop it.
Throw a little
Oh
sherry on
my
it.
gosh.
It's the coffee.
Yeah, she's no
the
more.
coffee. Oh,
Well,
my
yeah, what's like an
gosh.
endearing term you would use for the vagina?
I kind of like. I mean, I'm very old school too. I like pussy.
Really? I think pussy's vulgar if I'm like, yeah, let me
It
get some
is.
pussy.
Like girls don't say that.
Yeah,
Dude,
never.
what are you talking about? I love how you think every girl is like in the 50s and they don't do dirty talk. Oh yes, please play with my vagina. It doesn't work
Hi,
that way,
Vanessa.
baby. Yeah,
What do I know? I just got a pussy.
you work with a couple.
I'll never talk about it. Yeah. True.
It would be hard for me in the throes of passion to, as a Catholic girl, say something like, yeah,
Oh, you're such a good Catholic girl.
spank that pussy.
Hey, what are you talking about?
I couldn't say it. I'm just telling you the
Because you're a
truth.
good Catholic girl.
I couldn't say, oh yeah, treat that pussy like it's been bad.
No, I'm not saying you get vulgar with how you don't like. Yeah, cheat that. No, I'm just saying the word, if it's appropriate, it can.
I'm just saying.
Maybe I'm a monster.
I wouldn't be able to say it and keep a straight face. I would just feel like, ooh, that doesn't feel right.
And I will
in passion.
and I will
now,
s-
joking around, I'll say.
I will say this: I would never say that to a girl unless she initiated it first.
That's smart.
Yes,
That is a good move.
Yeah, you don't come out with that first.
I don't. But to say that girls don't say that is not true.
You're right. You've been with
No,
more girls than
absolutely.
me. You know.
Well, you've been with only one girl, I think.
And what do you know?
Oh, well, here we go.
How many girls? How many girls you been with?
You know I've been with more than one.
Did you know that? I thought that was the boat story.
I didn't know definitely now.
Yeah.
What about the college one? Remember when I thought I was a lesbian for like 2 weeks?
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I know the boat and I know the college story with that chick that you were dating for like 2 weeks.
Do you have any more?
I'm just trying to think.
Even if it's just a light story.
What do you mean, like a light story?
Like, we just, we made out.
We had an epic time on Bourbon Street one time. It was a big group of us, and you were there, Kevin. And me and my best friend used to do this trick where we would make out for free beers, and that was the same bar where. Can I tell that story? What you did?
yeah, I don't care.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Kevin did this trick.
I'm trying to remember specifically.
There was this lady.
Wait, hold on. Are you sure she wants to tell this story?
I know, she can tell it.
There was this lady.
Let's try to remember which one it is. There's actually about 9 Bourbon Street stories.
We were on Bourbon Street. It was daylight. So we were day drinking, and everybody was just getting nuts. Me and my best friend, Kimmy, were making out for free beers. And then we're all trying to one-up each other. It's this group of radio people. Everybody's got to be fucking funnier than the other guy.
Yeah.
And so Kevin did this amazing finishing move, shut everybody up. There was this lady we didn't know. She's probably in her mid-40s, and we were in our 20s.
Was this during the day? I thought this was at night.
No, this was during the day.
How fucked up were you? You didn't even know it was daytime?
No, I swear I thought this part was at night.
This was at happy hour.
Oh, wow.
It was not.
I think maybe it's a different story. Okay.
So she's sitting with both of her arms kind of on this ledge that was like it's not the bar.
Yeah, okay.
It's like it's running parallel to the bar.
Do you want the story?
Well, fine. I
But
mean, whatever I've done, you can tell.
It's maybe 5 feet away from the bar, but she's facing the opposite way from the bar.
Yeah.
And she's just looking out at the dance floor and the DJ, and there's somebody singing karaoke really poorly. And so she's got both of her arms up on this little ledge. But the ledge was low enough that Kevin could come right next to her.
Waist high.
It was like waist high. And Kevin came up right next to her and laid his penis on her arm.
And then
and then tapped her on the shoulder because she didn't feel it.
And so she looked at me and I just pointed down.
She looked down. And there was a penis on her arm.
What was her reaction?
She couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it.
If I was with that chick, how did you not get your
No,
fucking...
she was absolutely alone. She was by herself.
Oh, geez.
You could have gotten murdered and killed.
There's a lot of stuff I've done. I
And
could have
probably
got me
should have
killed
gotten
or
your
murdered.
ass kicked for that.
That
one.
was so awesome.
If you ever deserve an ass beating, that's probably when you deserve
I think
one.
she ended up laughing about it, but the initial shock was awesome.
Yeah, she was for a second. She's like, "Wah!" She's like, "Wah!" Yeah. Then we wound up drinking with her, but
Yeah, she wound up having beers with us.
When
Yeah.
you think you're hardcore, and then you hear stories of your guys' past. Holy shit!
You're nothing.
Like I stole like a fast food sign one time. Like, oh, I'm crazy.
Kevin did that on his lunch hour.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a different level.
Yeah, no, there's some pretty crazy stories. Yeah, in fact, the Bourbon Street, I was like going, whoa, which one is this?
I mean,
Got
it's
many.
Bourbon Street.
Oh, yeah.
Too. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so much going on.
Yeah,
Memories.
That's crazy.
Sweet, sweet memories.
that's some Duval Street stories too.
Yep, Duval's, good
Yeah.
ones too. Back in our 20s, we were wild.
You guys
bit.
were fucking shit nuts in your 30s too. More you, Virginia, than Kevin. Kevin started to clean it up a bit.
Yeah, I probably started ramping down. I think probably about the time of Cannon. So probably even before that. Probably a good 10 years I've been calming it down.
Because when I first got on the show, it was so bizarre thinking back. And I apologize for telling this story again, but we would have a creative meeting after when I would go outside in the heat, and then Kevin would be smoking cigarettes.
I know, that's so
How
bizarre
can't
now.
picture Kev with a
bizarre is-
cig.
I don't even remember
I
that
hate
guy.
cigarettes now. I can't even get around anybody smoking. It's like it turns my
I
stomach.
know. Me
You
too.
So
would
bizarre.
You'd bum a cigarette off our intern Heather. She was before our producer.
Yeah.
You'd get a cigarette from her and would go over IDs. I'm like, this guy likes to smoke.
Yeah.
That's
Now
so
I'm like, I'm
weird.
so anti-smoking. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, I know. All
how
the
long?
days.
How long would you say you were a smoker for?
You weren't a real smoker.
No,
Were you like
no,
a drinker
no.
smoker?
He was
Yeah.
a drinking smoker with like 1 or 2 cigarettes
Gotcha.
the whole night. It wasn't like
Yeah.
a smoker. And then for some reason, it just became like a lunch thing,
thing.
sometimes.
I think it was stress. It was
Stress.
because of where we were. Yeah, I was a stress smoker then. I would smoke, and even those days, I'd smoke 1, maybe 2 cigarettes a day.
Guy,
Yeah.
Yeah. That was it. So I never was any kind of like I would never ever go home and be like, I'm smoking. Yeah.
No,
it's
or
just so-
never like in your car driving around
No,
smoking. It was
no.
stress or it
Yeah.
was drinking, and he wasn't a real smoker.
It's so weird because thinking back during that time period and seeing how everyone is now, how much change has happened, man.
It is.
Kevin, I think out of everybody, like the main 3 here, I think Kevin's changed the most out of everybody.
Yeah, probably.
I would say you've changed
yeah.
the most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was bad. I was batshit crazy.
I mean, you'd be dead. You couldn't have
No,
kept
yeah, no,
that.
uh-uh.
I mean, Kevin was way crazier than me and awesome.
You've changed too, though.
I have?
Yeah, for the better, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, Virginia's
I
always
want to be crazy.
Virginia's always been a
You're
hard
still
partier,
pretty
but yeah,
crazy.
when we were doing, I was more nuts than Virginia.
You were the
was.
showman.
I was the show. Well, I was put on a show, and
You
so that's
did.
how we entertained. We were always trying to one up each other, and so we would see somebody do something, like going, "That's pure genius! Damn it, I got to do something better." And so, yeah, and then when you've been drinking, and we would go out drinking, it would be 12, 14, 16 hours
it would.
straight.
That was the first thing I told my parents when I got on the show. They're like, "Well, so how's it going?" I'm like, it's fun. It's great. They just drink so much. I go,
Yeah,
we
we-
keep going to this bar called the Ice Box, and we're fucking getting hammered by one.
Yeah, the guy just got shot and killed in the parking lot there like a week
Shocking.
ago.
Really?
So
Yeah,
shocked.
I know, that's stunning.
I'm surprised it took this long.
It's not even called that. It's like Foster's 3 now or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's got a new name.
But we'd go there for show stuff to kind of go over meetings. It would be.
Virginia and I would go there every day and drink. Yeah.
Yeah, before you
On
even
the show.
joined
I
the
know.
show, we would go there. We'd get finished at like 9.
Yeah.
We'd be at that place that's now Foster's. We'd be there by 10.
Yeah.
We'd be
'Cause
hammered by
that's-
11.
That's why we wound up there, because we drove around. We couldn't find a place in town that would serve us a beer before 11 a.m.
This was the only place.
We were looking to drink, and yeah, because we would leave. That's when our PD was all over our shit, and
He
so
hated us. And so every day we would leave, we were all stressed and sad. And we
Yeah.
just started drinking, and it made us feel better.
yeah.
And his hate trip.
I would do prep at the bar. I remember I was
Yeah.
sitting there. I had my thing out. I'm like coming up with ideas on stuff.
We literally became regulars. It was like gross cheers.
Yeah, I would say
crazy.
the first year and a half to 2 years, we were in bars a lot. Not even for events. We were just in bars together.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of drinking. And that's where a lot of the show stuff happened.
Yeah.
That's where Smell My Finger came from.
That's
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Hammered at Palm Beach Ale House. Kevin was trying to scratch his butt and put it in my face.
I'm like, hey, what's this smell like?
He wasn't trying to scratch his
He
butt.
actually did it. I'm
I
like,
actually did. I was like going, dude, what does this smell like? He's like, oh, it smells like ass. I'm like, yeah, I just had it in my butthole.
it's so. I could not picture Kevin doing that now.
That's awesome. That's how great ideas are born.
Oh yeah. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that bit ran for a year. Smell My Finger.
yeah, yeah. Are you talking about Duval? Remember the sarong?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, we went down there one year back in the old crazy days, and I think of that because Casey sent an email. She said, my grandpa and I are driving to Key West as we speak, and I was wondering if you guys had any suggestions on where to go, what to eat, what to do, that kind of good stuff. Yeah, no, we went down there one time, and they had the sarong was just, it was kind of like a thing you'd wrap around your waist over your swimsuit.
A girl would.
Yeah, a girl would, but I wound up getting one, and it was the thing, and I took off my pants, and I had nothing but the sarong on.
Aren't they like slightly like see-through and iridescent?
Yeah, it was like see-through, so I was really just walking down Duval. I was completely naked. Nothing
brain.
on. Nothing on
You're
at all.
so lucky you didn't get arrested for shit.
Oh, I
No,
know.
not in Key West. In
Yeah.
Key West, it's a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
more loose. I mean, we went into Fat Tuesdays, and there was a lady, and
Yeah.
she ended up getting full on naked. She was
Yeah.
about 65, and she was about
Full bush, remember that?
full bush. She's about 65 years old,
Yeah.
and she was
Untreated.
about 280 pounds.
Look, man, that's how it is, right?
We ended up hanging out with her for a good 6 hours.
Yeah. It was
yeah,
crazy.
when you go down to Key West, you do meet people and you kind of stay with them. I did the same thing in a motorcycle bar there.
Your BFFs for the night.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So for me, for Key West, I mean, Duval is my big thing. I love all the bars there. Hog's Breast, probably my absolute favorite. Irish Kevin's is fantastic, too. That little corridor right up in there. The local bars are really cool, too. Green Parrot's got a lot of good live music, and that's a local place. I think it's called Schooners. It's kind of like on the water. That's a really good place to go. I don't know much outside of the bars, honestly. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
kind of my life.
Did you mention that cowboy one? That one we really liked? It was like a cowboy
Yeah,
theme. Remember
yeah,
that?
that was that's right around the corner. Yeah, that's not too far. If you go to where there's Sloppy Joe's, Sloppy Joe's is okay, but it's just so touristy, and it's
And
it's where
crowded.
it's where you go the first time when you go to Key West, but then after
Right.
that, like it's right around the corner from that. Yeah, there was a cowboy bar that was right there. Oh, and there was another one that we went to. Yeah, that was nice because it was quiet. There weren't a lot of people there. I do remember there's a couple little cowboy themed bars that are around there, but that was the fun part, just going around and doing that. But Mallory Square at Sunset. You got to go there because they got all the people that are doing the entertainment and that kind of stuff. If you want to do the touristy stuff, there's the Hemingway House and there's glass bottom boat tours and all that kind of good
The
stuff.
lighthouse is cool.
Yeah, it's a ghost tour.
Ghost tour, yeah.
Yeah, so those are some of the things that you
Random
can do.
catches running around.
Yeah,
Yeah, those 6-toe cats.
Yeah.
yeah. But it's good. In fact, I'm talking about it. Hopefully this summer we're going to get down to Key West.
I'm a fan of Island Murata. I like that
Island
place,
Murata's
too.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, in fact, next Friday, Bloodline, Suits' episode should be dropping.
Oh,
And
no
and they're doing the
way.
whole
Nice.
series, yeah. Next Friday, it's going to be on Netflix. Season 3 of Bloodline. That's filmed in Isla Murata and all over the place. And episodes at 9, Suits, is that
9.
right?
Yep.
Episode 9. It's going to be at the hospital. They filmed it at the hospital down there in Homestead, and Suits should be inside on that.
How awesome if we could see Suits' mug on the...
Oh, I'm gonna watch that one.
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
Suits makes it in Hollywood because of this? You're like, remember when Suits was our intern?
It'd be amazing.
That would be.
Remember the day? Our interns are going on for great success. Let me see. A couple of emails that I'm probably going to save till Monday. One is just a real quick response. Michelle was about staying in touch with the kids of the ex. Remember somebody gone through that? So I'll save that for Monday.
Okay.
Also, somebody wanting to rip on their deadbeat dad. I'll get to that.
Very good for call him out.
Yeah.
Just therapeutic.
And let me see. Oh, one thing we're talking about, we got to figure out if we want to do this start next week. We were talking about here for a couple weeks. What do you want to see Jaybird do? If it's crazy enough, or if we raise enough money, Jaybird will do it for that amount of money.
Yeah, I've got a guy on Twitter who keeps threatening to send a bunch of money in for Little Smiles for this bit.
Really?
So I told him, I said, you
Mm-hmm.
send the check and you name what you want him to do.
Okay, the nation needs to get real creative then.
Yeah, he'll do it. And the bigger the donation, the bigger the ball.
I want this to be a big, not just, he's putting a pepper up his nose. It's got to be something really good.
Grand event.
Yeah.
Jamie from West Palm Beach said, I got an idea for Jaybird for the Little Smiles fundraiser. I think he should bungee jump in nothing but a thong and nipple pasties. I would donate money to see that shit.
Ooh.
God, I'm up in the air. Okay, that's not bad. That makes me nervous.
That's pretty good.
That
Yeah,
makes me very scared.
maybe I'll do it. I've done bungee jumping one time, and it's once you just have to go up. Best advice that I got. I did it at night. It was over water. It was
At night over water?
There were
Yeah.
sharks in there.
Yeah.
There's also a fire. Like what?
Did you ever go to Oak Beach Inn on Long Island, Virginia? You ever heard of that? OBI?
No.
Okay, so out by Jones Beach. And so we were up there. It was out over the water. And the guy, great advice, though. He's like, you see that red light in the distance? I'm like, yeah. He's like, do nothing but focus on that. Because I am so petrified of heights. Like, I was couldn't move.
Yeah.
He knew it. And he's like, just stare on that. And I think it helped that it was at night. Because I couldn't see a lot. It was just like darkness. I focused on a red dot. I stared at it, and he said, you just have that? And he said, you just basically fall forward. And I'm like going, okay, red light, red light, red light. And then boom, just kind of like fell forward. And then you're just like, and it just seems like you're in nothingness. And then boom, and then came down, and I kind of like tucked. I was like, well, this is kind of a cool feeling. And the guy's like, untuck, because I came down and I tucked. I was coming up so fast. I was
You were
coming
gonna
like,
hit the thing?
almost hit the crane that I was on. And the guy screamed like, untuck. And luckily I came limp just right at the right time to hang because I was shooting up so high. I would have just hit the crane.
Untuck.
Yeah, I'm like, but I was in such a dreamy state. I was like, oh, this is nice.
This isn't making you nervous, right, Bird?
Oh my gosh.
You gotta
Yeah.
tuck and you gotta untuck. Oh, you're gonna fuck that up.
I did the jump out of the plane for the parachute thing. That I think bungee jumping is going to be way worse because what you're talking, the thing that gives me the most anxiety
Yeah.
is walking.
Yeah,
and waiting and
yeah.
looking. With the plane, I was covered up.
Right.
And
So you have to do it quickly. And like, yeah, it was. And like I said, I don't know if I could do it in the daytime. And I had another chance to do it again, and I didn't do it again.
I would struggle big time with that.
That is good because there's a person strapped to you for the jumping out of the plane.
In
They know
tandem.
what to do. They have all the work to do.
Feel how clammy my hands are by just talking about this. Oh,
yeah.
my
Oh,
God.
yeah, I hear you.
Clam.
Oh,
That's a good idea. It's a good idea. We can throw that into the kitty, and we'll get the ideas first, and we'll figure out how we want to do this. Is it an idea a week or every week, once a
keep coming up with some
month?
ideas. Maybe something better.
I think
No,
I
that's a
got
solid
it.
idea. Where do you do bungee jumping around
I
here?
don't know, but I'll research.
Okay, I've never. Oddly enough, I
Probably
don't
up
think I've
north a
heard
little
of.
bit.
Bob's Bungee. He comes to you. You
It's
down?
like a I don't know what I think rednecks love bungee jumping, don't they?
Yeah.
They're always jumping off bridges and shit.
Always some crazy white guy.
It is. You gotta
Always.
Where are the crazy white people living? And they got bungee jumping.
All right, it's for the kids.
I know Orlando's got bungee jumping.
They do.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
It's not far.
Mail at kvjshow.com. We can do that. And one quick program, if you're looking for something else to listen to. Elena sent us this email, said, hey, I know you're big fans of Chris Cornell from Soundgarden. Mark Maron did an in-depth interview with him on his podcast, WTF. The interview is great. Hope you enjoy.
And I was telling you guys about how he went on Stern a few years back, and he was talking about how Kurt Cobain. Jeez,
Chris
sorry.
Cobain's cool though.
And talking about how if he would have just held on for an extra 6 months, he could have maybe fought out of that depression and his life would have changed. So it's just weird to hear that perspective from him. And then he goes against his own advice.
He knew what to do, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And people who love grunge now, they're calling out to protect and save Eddie Vedder because they're all worried because he's pretty much the last grunge guy left. Well, you look at it, you got Kurt Cobain is gone.
You're right.
You got Lane Staley from Alice in Chains that is gone. Shannon Hoon from Blind Melon. You've got the guy that was in Mother Love Bone. He's dead.
Mother Love Bone's dead?
Yeah,
MLB?
Yeah, they're kind of regarded as really the first grunge act ever. They throw a lot of love to them. And then wait, I'm missing one. Lane Staley, Alice in Chains. Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh yes.
Scott Weiland. So you look at everyone from that era and all the lead singers. Eddie Vedder is arguably about the only guy left in that whole era of music that changed.
Has anybody done a welfare check on Eddie?
That's what they're saying. They're like, "Where's Eddie Vedder? Find him and protect him like he's the president."
No pressure. Oh my God.
Gotta keep Eddie Vedder alive.
He must be saved.
So there you go. Looking for something to do this weekend, go check out Bud's Chicken and Seafood. It goes so well. They've got the delicious fish sandwiches, arguably the best you're going to find anywhere.
It was funny. We were talking about Bud's at the end of the podcast yesterday, and Suits is doing the KVJ TV. As soon as he got over, he goes, "Hey, Bird, do you want anything from Bud's? I'm going. Your guys' commercial actually it made me hungry."
He loves their mac and cheese.
He does. They have a great mac and cheese there. If you are a mac and cheese lover, Bud's Chicken and Seafood, way to go.
Best fish sandwich around. I saw yesterday somebody posted.
Yeah.
Panda swears by their chicken sandwich.
You know what I love? People are actually posting stuff. That means they do love what they're eating.
That's good.
That's passion.
You're turning so many people on to something like a hidden gem.
We are collectively.
7 different locations in Palm Beach County. You can go online to find them all. Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Hope to see you guys out this weekend. Just to let you know, tomorrow morning I'm going to be amping myself up on them Cubes to Coffees. 24 ounces you get for free, or a small hot coffee when you come see me from 8 to 10 a.m.
Be careful. They're potent.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, can we send her home now?
I'll run home.
In a minute. Here to Tequesta in under 5 minutes.
I might not sleep between now and Bacon
She'll
Fest.
look like the Flash.
That's what scares me.
Yeah. Also, their bagel sandwiches are absolutely delicious. I had one today. I had the
Yes.
spinach and mushroom. It was fantastic. Going to be in Fort Lauderdale, too. So Fort Lauderdale peeps, come out and say, what up?
Nice.
Love to see you. Yeah, you guys could actually start off my tour. I'll give you the itinerary. Here's the dream of what I want to do, and it's so unrealistic. I am going to start tomorrow morning at the original Brooklyn Water Bagel.
Okay.
Tell me if you like this itinerary, Virginia. You might appreciate this. Then I'm going to leave there. I'm going to head to Riverside Market. Have you ever been there in Fort Lauderdale? It's that
I've heard about
out of the way
it.
place
Awesome.
with all the great craft
Yes.
beer. It's a big hipster place.
Yep.
And they open up at 8:30 in the morning. I'm going to be there at 10:20. That's according to my
Nice.
plan.
Nice.
Yep, go have a beer there. Then I'm going to go to Funky Buddha on Oakland Park.
Love Funky Buddha.
Yep, and I've checked, and they'll be open by the time I'm going to be there. Then I'm going to Due South.
Love Due South.
Yep. Then I'm going over to Copper Point Brewery for their second anniversary party.
Look at you.
That'll be at about 1:30.
Are you going to Snapchat this or at least put on social media?
Well, you lost your designated driver, but a listener called in and volunteered to take that driver's place.
They did. I know, and I'm like, I didn't even. It was a text that I got on my phone. I don't have the number saved, and it's
What's your reservation on not doing it?
It's a stranger.
Oh yeah, I mean, who knows where I wind up? Well, and the problem is I've got to keep myself together because I got to be at Bacon Fest at 5.
But the good news is you have zero responsibility at Bacon Fest. Your
true.
job at Bacon Fest, walk around, have fun.
Yeah, if you can't get there by 5, get there by 6. Me and V got it covered.
Yeah.
No, you have to be there at 5.
Never mind. Don't
No.
listen to
Do
him.
not listen to him.
Don't worry, you're good. Show up or don't.
No. You show up
trying to
and
help out.
chill.
Okay, after Copper Point, going to Twisted Trunk on PGA,
Oh,
and then
wow.
Bacon Fest. So I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beer stops before Bacon Fest. That's 6. And then after that, I'm going to Muse.
There's no way.
There's no
No
way.
You don't
way.
think so? What is the percent chance that this is my Saturday? That's what
more-
I want to have happen.
That's more stuff than you did in 2017.
And 16.
This is what I want to have happen.
16. There's
no
so
way.
much stuff.
It would take so I'd have to hydrate. I mean, everything would have to. I don't even know how I would pull it off. And it's not even just me. It's the queen, which is it's tough to keep her in a temperamental state.
Curveballs galore. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
You better figure out the most important things on there, and
I don't know how to
You need to
eliminate.
knock off 2 things.
I don't know how to eliminate. I really don't.
you're gonna have to do it on the fly.
I went to Due South last weekend.
You're
Okay,
gonna
I
have to
take
do
one
it
out.
on the fly based on time.
I would like to see you put it on set, like every place you go, holding up a beer where you're at, put on social media. I want to see how many places you actually go to.
Yeah, put it up on our Twitter. That's not working.
It's
Okay.
working.
It's working now.
It's back
working,
up.
yeah.
Okay.
It
All
wasn't
right.
working before when I needed it.
So anyway, Bacon and Craft Beer Fest is going to be starting at 5 o'clock, Roger Dean Stadium. The KVJ VIP Pig Pen has got the craft beer tasting garden, the VIP access, and exclusive beer samples for $50. And I never thought that was much until I started going to some beer fest. Like we went to the Brew at the Zoo. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, gosh, I really like to. I went to the Due South tent, and I love the caramel cream ale. And I'm like, hey, you guys, and I'm good friends with all those guys. I'm like, hey, you guys got any caramel cream for me? They're going, no, that's in the VIP. And we walked by, and it was air conditioned and cool, and they were in there, like, just people were like, it looked like they're having 10 times more fun than we were.
It was so funny. People were coming out of the VIP section going, hey, guys.
Getting photos with
We
us
really
and then
love
going
your-
right back inside.
We love your show. We got to go back in the VIP. Me and Cameron were like, we didn't get VIP tickets.
God, I felt like such a loser.
Oh, well, that's because we were. We were losers that night.
Gosh, and they had like just all, and the beer looked so much, just so many more varieties. It looked colder. It looked fresher.
There are people wearing KVJ shirts in their party. Now, whoa! I mean,
You couldn't get
we're
in.
Our
looking in
faces
like,
are like plastered up to glass, like
Yeah.
looking in there.
like, please, mister,
So
can
depressing.
can we go in?
At Roger Dean, it's called the KVJ VIP Pig Pen, and it includes the craft beer tasting garden, which everybody gets, but then you also get the VIP area access, exclusive extra beer samples that
Yeah.
nobody gets down
Yeah.
below, and exclusive food samples that nobody gets below.
$50 to me sounds like a lot until you're on the other painful side of not getting in, and then you realize you spent $50 on the loser side, and you could have spent that exact same amount of money and been on the winner side and would have had a better day. I'm starting to learn my way around this, Virginia, because I spend just as much on the loser side.
I know.
That day, I'm like, well, why didn't I get the VIP?
I know.
All of our listeners get it. I just don't.
Can I get VIP on tomorrow?
You absolutely can. This is a Jerry Soma event.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You're
okay.
in, baby.
Baseball game afterwards, a lot of good stuff for the kids, too. Kids' fun zone. I'm going to probably snag Cannon and then head up there as I get past West Palm.
Those Kid Zone wristbands, just $5, and it's all you can play: bounce houses, slides, games, and more.
Okay, cool stuff. All right, so hopefully see you guys out tomorrow. And if I don't make it, it's either one, I'm too hammered, or two, I got kidnapped by a listener I don't know.
Don't worry, we'll avenge your death.
We will avenge you.
Okay, thank you. Guys, have a great weekend.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.